So if you are working on special topics, which this is an example of a special topics course, right? It's come to our attention that there are some departments where for special topics courses, they don't want students to have the option to select their range of credits. Why? Because in Banner, and this is a big difference between Banner and AIS. In Banner, if there is a variable credit course, students do have the option to select the amount of credits they want. They have that option in self-service Banner when they register, which is actually really neat that they have that option. That being said, the biggest difference is with AIS, they really didn't, because in AIS, for a variable credit course, essentially, departments would have to make a section offering for each offer of credit. So for this example, you have Art 491, and right down here in credit hours, you can tell it's variable because it has 1, 2, 5. So in AIS, as we've seen before, that typically means there's going to be 5 sections of Art 491. 1 for 1 credit, 2 for 2 credit, 3 for 3 credit, 4 for 4, 5 for 5. Simple as that. Now, in Banner, instead, if a course has the same instructor for that variable offering, and everything else is the same too, meeting time, location, etc., but primarily that instructor, then only one section of a variable course is created. So that's really key. Why? Because students can select what they would like for that credit option. In the circumstance going back to where, let's say the art department said, we want this section, which has a different instructor, right? Different instructor, likely a different topic of the special topics. They want this section to just be 3 credits. Then it's already pre-filled here, but all you would do is go to credit hours, type in 3. So you can just type in 3 and tab over. And then for billing hours, you would have to update that as well. It'd be 3 and tab. You don't have to worry about anything else, but these two are crucial that you would have to update. So the credit hours and billing hours. And then you'd click save. Now you would also need to update this in meeting times and instructor. Then you'd go to meeting location and credits. And right here where it says session credit hours, you would need to update that as well. So we'll just click in there. We'll type in a 3, tab out. It automatically takes us back to this screen and we click save. And when you see that lovely green check mark, that's good. That's what we want. Now, of course, the likelihood of having registered students in courses like this is possible. So if you see a yellow warning that says, hey, this could affect student schedules, things of that nature, you need to keep that in mind because changes are instantaneous. So the moment you make that change, it will affect everyone else, but not people beforehand. So you have to pay special attention to that. But that's what you would do if your department is saying for this special topics course, especially special topics, if it's not going to be variable, but only a single credit offering is going to be offered, students can't choose when they register, those are the steps that you would take. Now, in the chance that modalities are changing, meaning let's say that they didn't want this RI section to be online. They want it to be face-to-face. For registered students already in the course, this would be grayed out. It would look just like schedule type, just gray like that, and you would get a warning like this. It will be red and it'll say error. Now, if you look particularly, it says cannot change schedule type when meeting times exist. What this means is that in order for us to change this, for this to be a 1, we also have to change the schedule type. So for us to do that, we're going to go to meeting times and instructor, and we can see with this RSYL that it's synchronous. Now I want to take a second here to show you something. For synchronous online, flex and high flex, this is where you can change where that section or the modality of that section, okay? So if you click the three dots right next to meeting type, you have RSYO for synchronous online, which is typically attached to an instructional method code of 3 with the EE for lecture, right? Or the EL for lab. But let's say if it's flex or high flex. Now, that's really the department's call. And if they decide to go flex, then all you would really need to do is just select flex, for instance, if they want face-to-face or synchronous online, or if they want high flex, it'd be face-to-face or synchronous online or online. And you could select one or the other. Okay, so it'd be a simple change like that. Now, for training purposes today, we're saying this course is going to be face-to-face. The first thing we have to do is delete the meeting time. So we just click this area, click delete, and click save. Now, when you click delete here, you're going to get these two green statuses. That's what we want to see. That means we can now go back into course section information, and this is white for us to change. Now, important to note too, when we delete that, basically it will delete the location of the course. So like if you have like LARC 258, for instance, it also deletes that location. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now let's go back, and we want this to be face-to-face. So we click the three dots here, and this is where you pick lecture. So you do LE for lecture, click OK, and we want face-to-face, so that'd be a 1. And you click OK. Now, if it's hybrid, you can still leave it as LE if you have that option here, and you would just type in a 2 or select a 2 and press tab, and then mixed face-to-face. So it's as simple as that. But again, for purposes today, we're going to do face-to-face, tab over, and we're going to save. Then we're going to go back, and we would manually have to put back in that same information. So we'd have to put back in where they're meeting, and we would have to put back in when they're meeting. So in that case, we would just put it right in here. I won't do it yet though, because that's a different part of training for today. But that's the method, the process to how to change that instructional method.